Let me ask you this: so why, in the face of this revelation, why has your relationship with your girlfriend come up?
Why? Because in this like completely, if she does, I don't know, I maybe I'm like fantasizing this, but if I believe in this and she doesn't believe in this, she's gonna deny it in a way. So will this relationship be possible?
Right. You have to find out. But it's significant, you see, that came up because it all depends on how free you want to be. And, you know, in terms of the implications, we don't know what the implications are. I mean, but the fears that come up in the face of revelation do show us the areas where there's attachment, and or the areas which are inconsistent with what we're realizing. Because, you know, I'll just be honest. If you really want to be free, it means you want to be who you are, privately, publicly, in every situation. You're not going to shapeshift yourself.
And I'm not going to shapeshift
for somebody. You know, you're not going to be different with somebody than you would with somebody else. You know, so I'm just speak for myself. I couldn't be in a relationship with a woman who wasn't as interested in this as I am. I'm speaking for myself. And for a long time, I gave up on the idea of being in relationship. I let go of it for many years because for me, I wasn't interested in it. You know, you don't want to get involved with anything messy, right? That's potentially going to mess with your spiritual awakening, right? So that was part of it. But also, I got to a point where it's like, what's the point? What's the point in getting in a relationship unless that person is as on fire as I am, or you know, you can't really measure that, you know, but you know, and that's what we would come together in. You see? Otherwise, I would have to be less than myself with that person when I'm with that person. And I would be giving reality to something that's not real, which is the whole personal romantic illusion. Which is not real. So that's me. So I'm not telling you what you should do, I think you should just, this is part of how it works, you see, with recognition or revelation, there's responsibility, assuming one wants to embody that, you know. And then you just find out. You find out. But spiritual awakening does mess with your life. Right, guys? A lot of you have found that out. Right? It messes with your life. And all the places where you're attached, it starts to shake them. Because freedom means free from attachment. I don't need anyone, I don't need anything to be who I am. I love all you guys dearly, but I don't need any of you. If you all decide to leave, if my marriage with Cynthia broke down, if this whole project collapsed, I would still be who I am. It wouldn't change that. I would experience tremendous, you know, we're not saying it wouldn't be painful and challenging and all of that, but I'm not dependent on this. So when it comes to relationships, there's let's be honest, for most people, the reason they're getting into the relationships is wanting to be fulfilled, wanting the man or the woman to fulfill us. It's two egos trying to find it's like one of those puzzles. Okay, it's a match, let's go for it. You know? And along with that, you've got the sexual drive, obviously, it has its own agenda. Procreate now, you know. That's the agenda of the sexual drive, it's procreation. It's completely impersonal. That's what right, guys? Nothing personal about it in terms of the fundamental drive, right? And then there's the whole romantic illusion that happens, you see. And what that happens when you want something such that the illusion is that if I possess this thing or this person, I'll be completely happy. and then it's the force of desire distorts our perception, and suddenly she's a princess. I was telling Mark, because these guys are celibate. This is one of the things I observed when I was celibate, and it can be very interesting. You know, I was living in community. You know, a lot of women around, and one day there was one particular woman who I'd known for years, and suddenly she was the princess, and it was like amazing to me, and I was infatuated with her. You know, and I'd be at the meal, I'd be watching, I'd be like, what is going on? I mean. But it's very interesting. But I was interested, you see, and I was celibate because I wasn't going to do anything about it. I just watched this whole thing play out, and I could see it. If I would go with it, I'd give my attention to that. You see, that's what actually was perpetuating this illusion, really. And then one day, it just disappeared, and and then she was just there, where she was again.